do you know about the reptilians?
That's quite a loaded question there, Jay.
That's really interested that you laughed, and it's a point I'm going to get onto later.
What do I know about the reptilians?
Yeah. Everything you know about the reptilians, as they are called.
About the real race of reptilians that we all know of.
Okay, imagine it's surrounded by, like, speech marks. The reptilians.
Oh, the...
Not reptiles.
Reptilians.
The reptilians, yes.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg is their leader.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go through the reptilians, and I'm going to convince you that they're real. Okay?
Is this like what you did with Bigfoot?
Exactly, yeah. This is what the show's called. It's called Fact or Fiction, Faked or Fact.
I don't remember you at all calling it that last time.
It's because you don't even listen to what we do.
It's because you haven't put it up yet.
I did.
Jay.
I sent you the link and I said, listen to it, make sure it's okay, and you lied. You said, I listened to it.
No.
I actually know you lied as well.
Why?
Because I set things in place so that I would know if you watched it or not, and you didn't.
Are you talking about episode 1?
I'm talking about the one I sent you a link to and said, listen to it this time. And the one you replied with, I listened to.
Yes, I did listen to it, because you did the cool stuff with, like, the choirs and the singing and the cool...
You didn't.
I did!
You're a liar. I can't believe you're still lying. You're still lying. I put things in place to ensure...
Like what?
I'm not telling you, because you would have had to listen to it.
Right,
you know this is good. You know this is good stuff when the co-host won't even listen to it.
No, I did listen to it.
You didn't. You're a liar.
Okay, I'll listen to it again tonight.
Yeah? For the first time.
Fuck off.
I said, well, the one thing I want for you is just to listen to it. Like, okay, first thing, I can't even believe you won't listen to it anyway. You're in it. That's like the first thing any normal person does. If you're in something,
listen to
you make sure, if you're in it, you listen to it because you want to make sure that you know what you've said and what is out there and everything. You want to know,
how
know how
would
you
I have
represented
known?
yourself. And twice, not only that, like I can see maybe you might have like avoided that just because if you haven't got enough time or something. But I told you, listen to it, and you still didn't.
How would I have known that about, like, the cool transitions with the singing? How would I have known about that if I didn't listen to it?
Because you opened it and then skipped to the middle.
No,
I put, like, something in there so that you would, like, send me a message about it to make sure that you listened to it, and you didn't.
Well, what was it then?
If I tell you, it doesn't work, does it? Because then you're going to be like,
what if it's something that you think was really obvious, but I don't, so I just completely missed it?
It was so
Bear in mind,
obvious,
I listened to it when I was, like, in bed, so I was already a little bit tired.
Oh, yeah.
Not that...
Yeah, you're changing the story now, though, aren't you?
That was, like, 2 or 3 months ago now. I can't remember that far back. You know I have Alzheimer's, Jay. I don't appreciate you making fun of my disease.
But the reptilians, yeah?
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to convince you that they are real. And they are living and walking among us.
I like how I can tell you're doing this, 'cause I know you, and I know that what you've probably been doing for the past month is just looking stuff up about reptilians and diving down that rabbit hole.
No, what's even more sad is I haven't. I've actually known this for a long time.
Well, next month's one be talking about how the mandated vaccine border patrols in America.
Next week we're covering crisis actors.
Oh yeah, of course.
But reptilians. Okay, so this is why I found it really interesting that you laughed. Okay.
Right.
Because that seems to be that seems to be the general reaction, the dismissive, the laugh, because it's so insane just to be like reptile. Do you know what I mean?
Is that the first sign that someone's a reptile? They like try to deny it and just laugh it off like it couldn't happen. Also it's because it's like so you can't, if you don't know anything about it, it's really hard to sort of be like, it's sort of hard to make sense of it, why loads of people would believe that reptiles are a thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I get what you mean, because now that you bring that up, I don't even know how something like that would have started.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Everyone, that's the general reaction. That was my reaction. That's everyone's reaction. It's because when you say reptiles, they're like, how do you make that? What lines are connecting? But today, I'm going to draw those lines and convince you Okay.
Right. Just like you convinced me of the existence of Bigfoot.
Yeah, the hammer came down on that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Bigfoot's real.
didn't we conclude that it was fake?
The hammer was drawn. We were convinced that it was fake. Probably just the first recorded furry in
Yes.
in humankind. Like, oi, Dave, mate, do you wanna catch me in my fursuit? See how it looks.
The reptilian theorem stems from
Okay.
two thinking points. Okay. The first, have you ever seen that Vsauce video about the dragons?
I've seen a lot of Vsauce videos, Jay.
All right, okay. I'm gonna explain this to you. That was just a cheat. Like, if you ever want to convince someone of something, the stupid, invalid way to do it is to be like, "Oh, have you seen this?" But I'm going to explain it, okay?
Okay.
If you were to ask any kid or young adult from any culture, any language, any country, regardless of, whatever, where they're from or what they've been brought up with, what they're scared of, what their general idea of a monster is, what would they say? What would you say?
What, like my generic go-to thing to imagine when I think of a monster?
Yeah, generic base level monster.
Big mouth,
big
like
mouth,
jaggedy ass
jagged teeth.
Probably quite dark in colour.
Red eyes.
Yeah, claws.
Slimy.
Yeah, I was thinking slimy actually, like black sludge almost on it.
Okay,
right, yeah.
this is the first thinking point, right? For some reason, humans are evolved to fear things, right? That endangers them because that's evolution. If you fear your natural predator, then you're less likely to go near them. So this is the first reptilian thinking point.
Oh my! I can see where you're going with this now.
The human race is naturally scared of something that's big, slimy, sharp teeth, red eye, etc. And the theory is that at some point our race must have been terrorized by something that fits this description, so much so that it's ingrained in our genetic memory, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first thinking point. How am I doing so far? You convinced?
I see what you're going with that. Yes.
Yeah, it's still laughable, right? But
yeah, it's still like
it's still
where,
laughable.
Where's
but
that come from?
Yeah, you can understand.
Of all the things for that, like instead of it being like a cat or like a feline Indian, like yeah, sure, a reptilian, that makes more sense than like any other animal it would be.
Yeah. Okay, so the second thinking point is that anyone in any kind of power, whether it be like a military general, some kind of president or CEO of like a mega corporation, no one ever knows them personally. They have no personal friends. If you don't know anyone who's friends with like someone in any real position of power, so that you can't vouch for their humanity. You can't vouch for them in their personal life.
I see.
So what the conspiracy theorists do is they put these two things together. Humans are naturally scared of some kind of natural predator, and humans are naturally ruled and like ordered around by some kind of leader. They put these two things together, and they theorize that everyone's leader is this reptile description that they have as an infant as the generic monster. But there's also a third thinking point, which is a bit more.
God. This is deep.
The third thinking point is just it doesn't really count. It's just the what's it called again? Some confirmation bias. They take these things together. They look at videos of politicians talking, and there'll be like an artifact on the video where like their eyes sort of like get covered for a second, and they'll be like they're blinking sideways. And this is the reptilian theory in a nutshell, basically. So, have I convinced you that we are being ruled by a reptilian race who are using us to achieve some kind of end goal? Yes or no? Go.
Not entirely convinced, if I'm being brutally honest. I do feel a little bit more educated, but not convinced.
Alright, okay, so you heard it here. Reptilians are faked.
If you had to... That's... Hammer is down. It's the hammer. Ow. That was my hand, not a hammer.
So we're welcoming Snowman Gaming to the show today. Alright, first question. Right, we have a lot of Fortnite fans who drink Monster Energy listening to us. How would you pitch your channel and what you do to them?
I wouldn't an answer.
Yeah, that's an answer. The thing about consistency is you don't have to be original. So I'm going with consistency. So what I'm going to do, something that I want to start doing, is I want to get your top 4 favourite games and top 4 favourite movies.
Okay, that's...
I'll give you a hint right now. Don't pick 3 games of the same series. Jay will make fun of you.
Basically, it's like a 4x4 square, and it helps people get to know you better because they'll see what you like.
I fully understand, and I know 4 games already.
Wait, hang on. Before you answer, are these like? Have you thought about this before?
Of course.
Or is this just spontaneous, like knee jerk?
No, this is like predetermined. These games have been down on my they're my favorites throughout history.
Nice, I like that. You come prepared.
I will say
else.
I have games prepared. Movies, it's not gonna. They're pretty close for that, so there's not gonna be.
Is Emperor's New Groove on there?
Fuck off.
I actually did like that movie.
I liked it as well. You sound like Crunk from it.
Oh God.
Is that a compliment?
Thank
What are you talking? No,
you.
he's a really good voice actor. He's in loads of stuff.
Yeah.
I said this before when we were playing Killing
Yeah,
Floor.
I remember you did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, that was funny.
You do. You sound exactly like him.
Yep.
Hello, we're joined by Crunk.
That's not his name.
Got.
I'll find out the voice actor.
I wish I knew some of his lines. I would do them.
All right, so 4 games.
Okay. So we're gonna start off with the least of the favorite of the 4 and go up to the top one. Least favorite of the 4, but it's still an amazing game. Donkey Kong Country.
Oh well. Yeah.
You can pick any one from the Donkey Kong Country series. 1, 2, not 3.
Oh, I like
Okay.
3.
I had 3 when I was growing
Listen,
up, and I liked
like I
it.
said, 3's good. 1's my favorite. 2 is right there with it, so it's hard for me to decide. But I just like the slower moving Donkey Kong, so that's just kind of my thing.
All right, 3.
Okay, so number 3 would go to Super Mario World.
I genuinely struggle working out which Mario is which.
No. Super Mario World.
No, well,
Super Nintendo, Super Mario World, the one with the cape.
Oh,
That-
okay, yeah.
Isn't that what, Jay? Isn't that the one that you couldn't finish?
No,
Really?
I couldn't. It's too hard.
You couldn't.
I finished the first one, and everyone says the first one's harder. I could finish most of them. Just thinking if there's one apart from the third one and World.
But yes, Super Mario World would definitely be my favorite because for the SNES, I thought that was just like a real perfect game for the system. It was bright, vibrant, the sounds were good, the worlds were magical, and there were so many secrets and stuff in it. I thought it was just absolutely outstanding.
Can I just defend myself?
No,
real
of
quick
course.
Okay. Okay, Jay,
When
defend
I got
yourself
it, I
why you
bought
can't
a
beat
second-hand
Super Mario
Wii,
World.
Yeah.
right? And the person I bought it off of didn't wipe the memory, so it had all these virtual console games. One of them was Super Mario World. That's the first time I played it. I didn't bother looking anything up, so I didn't know. Because looking now, when you see people beat it, they go off these separate trails, and then they get a Yoshi, and they get all these powered up so that they can take stuff. I just didn't do that. I just didn't know that was a thing, and it just
If you
destroyed
want
me.
to play it right, you have to do it on a Super Nintendo controller. It's perfect. It's perfectly
Oh, right,
designed.
okay. Not a Wii
No,
controller.
the Wii controller. Oh wait, you mean the
God,
one that's the actual controller, not?
No, I mean a Wiimote.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't like that game. I don't like
Oh,
most
no.
games if I play with that, but
Yeah.
the original Super Nintendo, you play that on it, the game is just magical. Don't look at walkthroughs or anything like that. Just play through the map and know that if it's red, it means there's multiple ways you can go, which means that you only found one exit. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know that, and I finished the game.
Okay, so 3 would be. Oh no, I forgot. Mario. No, it's okay. It's a tie between Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. I'm gonna say.
You did number 3, didn't
I'm
you?
gonna
You mean number
say.
2?
Yeah, well, yeah. I knew he.
I'm happy you said that because earlier when you were talking about Sunshine, it sounded like you didn't like it, and I didn't want to open
It's a
that can of
tie.
worms.
It's a.
It's actually my favorite.
It's
Mario
so
game.
close, and it's so hard for me to pick between the two. But I have to give it. Sorry, Jay, to 64 because I played it first, and it's nostalgia.
Oh.
It only wins because of that. Because let's be honest, graphics and gameplay of Mario Sunshine was perfect.
It still looks good.
It is.
It
Perfect.
is still good.
I've never. This is gonna sound really dumb, but I think you'll understand exactly what I mean. I've never played a game that has felt as hot
No,
as Super
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
Sunshine did.
no, you've nailed it right there.
No, it's so well done. Also, the fact that Mario actually wears a short sleeve shirt. That's the only time he wears it.
Like I've played games that take place in deserts and they don't feel as hot as Mario Sunshine did.
You
I
have
can feel
nailed
the
it. I
heat
don't know
emanating
what
from
it is, but when I play it, I'm just way too hot.
Well, I think it's because they add a slight heat blur.
And it's so bright and colourful as well. And the dark shadows as well.
But that doesn't make any sense, though. It has to be a combination of, like, you know what I mean, like colour schemes and stuff. Because if it was the heat blur, if that was such an effective method at, like, portraying heat, then why hasn't it been done, again?
Well, lots of people do use it, but for some reason Mario Sunshine does it really well.
I don't know, I'd say, the point I'm making is I'd say it's the only game to have done it. So, yeah, 64.
Yeah, Mario 64.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to talk about this more, but I have to give it to 64. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because that was the first step over to 3D for, like, Mario, and they hit it on the head perfectly.
It's been so long since I've played Mario 64, and every time
you said it hasn't aged well.
I said that ages ago, and I've retracted that statement many times, Jay, but
Alright,
you always bring it up.
I always mark down that, like,
That's funny, though, that you admit it. I like that.
a game should never
I'm
be...
willing to admit I'm wrong.
Because I thought that the stance you held on making that statement was that you never said it and that I'm a liar. So I'll give you that.
I always think that stuff like that, like stating the graphics and stuff, don't get me wrong, I know that, like, current day, like, by comparison, it's not good, but as long as it can represent its point, that's all it's there for. And
I think style is better than graphics, though. If it has like a unique style.
the thing is, if you can take a game and just improve the graphics, and then you're suddenly saying, "Oh, this game would be perfect," well, then the game is good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a question. You can't, like, berate it because it's like, well, this was limitations of the time. Well, that's no excuse. It should be better.
Yeah,
All right, number 2.
Actually, it'd be number 1 at this point.
yeah,
Would
Jay,
it?
learn to count.
Wait, so let's go back. Donkey
start?
Kong.
Yep.
Country.
Yep.
Mario World.
Mario World. Oh, okay.
Let me guess, number 1. Okay.
Go for it.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, fuck no.
Undertale.
Definitely not.
Dirty Bomb.
I'm gonna kill you.
All right, number 1.
Number one
Five
goes
Nights at
to...
Freddy's. I can't believe your Undertale video has 500,000 views.
And you're in it.
That is amazing. I know. That's more than all of my views combined.
That's more than my Star Wars one.
Yeah, you know what I want to say to that? I hate that video.
What?
I like it. I just hate how I can't act.
I wish that video... I don't get it. Something happened in that video that everyone liked, and I can't recreate it, and I hate it.
It was Undertale in general, I think.
I know, but I'm so disappointed because I want to make something just as good that someone would look at something else.
What do you mean?
Like,
You're tied... Wait, you've got like an Undertale fan base, you mean?
yeah, I want them to look at the other stuff because, guys, I work hard on this shit. But that's okay.
More people know me as the dog from Undertale than they know me as me.
Yeah,
That's true. That sucks. I'm so
you know
sorry.
how many people have... Do you know how many messages I got of, like, is that the real Toby? No, of course it's not.
No, it's me.
Oh my god, we haven't even hit... We started talking about number 1 and then we just lost it completely.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Number 1 is Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, hell yeah. I played that so I can be in on this conversation.
Okay, the two of them are both phenomenal games, but Banjo-Kazooie was a better collectathon.
Yeah, when I played Banjo-Kazooie, I played it because it was a collectathon. Like, I wanted to play it. I never played it properly, but last summer I was like, I'm going to 100% this now.
Yeah.
And I did. I basically 100%. I played it to spend hours looking for absolutely everything and covering absolutely every single bit of ground.
Yes.
So hearing that, because I haven't played the second one, is sad.
Let me, though...
It's still good. It's just a different type of game.
Oh, no.
It went
I remember
for a more
when I played it around your house.
large-scale adventure.
When I played it around your house, it was a first-person shooter, and you
Yeah,
were like
that-
trying
yeah,
to
that-
hide it from me.
Yeah.
You were like, "Don't look," and I was like, "I want to play."
No. Banjo-Tooie, though, is an absolutely phenomenal game. I only wish it would have been better had they had just made it so the notes and, like, eggs and stuff were collected individually, not in packs.
Is Donkey Kong 64 as good as a collectathon in that same sort
Oh,
of...
No.
God. It's,
They
it goes too over the top.
Like,
Isn't that what you're saying about Tooie, though?
no, they did the opposite. Banjo...
Oh, God.
Banjo...
Help.
I'm sorry, I keep saying Banjo. Donkey Kong, they had a lot of collectibles of bananas and all that sort of stuff, and I played it, and they're all over the place, and that's good, but the problem is they separated, like, the banana colors between Kongs, and you have to go back to a
Yeah.
barrel, switch colors, go get them, and then, oh, look, now they're yellow. Okay, guys, go back, switch to this character.
Okay, so... Alright, what you told us there is a really good... It gives us a really good picture of who you are and what you like.
Yeah.
What about movies
Okay.
and collectathons? Yeah.
Yeah, this will be really quick. So, going through my 4 favorite movies. So, number 4 goes to the Drunken Master, Jackie Chan.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a really good choice. Jesus Christ. It's true as well. That fighting style is actually real.
Well, yeah, he made it.
Oh, wait, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You know Boraicho from Mortal Kombat, Alex?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's his fighting style. Literally, it uses like alcohol to loosen up like muscles and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that movie. I love how it can switch between funny and serious so well, and the action.
That's all of them. Have you seen Police Story?
Yeah, I love. Wait, the newer ones or the older ones?
Any of them?
Like I've seen all of them. I like the newer ones. The older ones I don't like as much. He didn't go as wide with his camera shots back then. I didn't like it as much.
You can't see him nearly kill himself.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie Chan is so good at using props to like beat the crap out of people. It's the greatest thing ever.
Jackie Chan's got a new album coming out this year.
Wait, album? You mean movie or?
He makes music.
He makes music?
When I say Chinese music, it's exactly what you're thinking.
Awesome. I love Chinese music.
Right, I have a confession to make. Never watched a Jackie Chan.
I forced you to watch a part of one.
Yeah, I've watched. That is my only exposure to a Jackie Chan film I've ever had.
Okay.
He's so old now. He's gonna die soon, and I'm so scared.
Oh man, thanks, Jay. You make me feel real good today.
There was such genuine fear in your voice when you said that.
There's like two people I don't want to die, and one was like Leonard Nimoy, and he's gone. All right, number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
3. Wait, what was number 4 then? Oh wait, yeah.
Fuck off.
That's where I'm getting confused.
Oh shit! I didn't expect that.
All right.
If you ever make fun of me for asking if dinosaurs are animals, I'm just going to say you can't.
Number
count.
3 is going to be a film many people don't like, but I personally loved it because it was from when I was a kid. The Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Really?
I was actually going to ask if you've ever watched that.
I actually love that movie.
Defend yourself.
Whoa. Defend myself? Listen, as a kid, the idea that you would have Mario and Luigi come to the screen. Now, you're a kid, so you can imagine these the actors who are playing them as actually them. And then it's the idea that they're like in reality plumbers and all this stuff. So it starts off decent enough. I knew who Princess Daisy was because I played Super Mario Land, the original one.
You can appreciate the
Yeah, I loved how bizarre it was.
Do you think the upcoming Super Mario movie from the people behind the Minions movies will live up to the
I hope
live up
you
to
are
the hype, the high
You
bar?
are kidding, right?
No, that's actually a thing that's happening.
Oh no.
Yeah. I liked the Mortal Kombat movies as a kid, so I can't say anything. All right, number 2.
I was going to say, where did
Number
Sonic
2,
come from?
Rambo. First Blood.
Oh, hell yeah.
That movie was just so cool. The idea that he was just like, and here's something funny that you will notice, Jay, if you've watched all of them. Have you noticed that he gets taller throughout all the movies?
Was that because they became more action-oriented and they wanted him to seem cooler?
They tried to make him...
To me. That's such a thing they would do.
Yeah, and
Hollywood.
I don't understand why they did that because he was cool being the, like, extremely short person.
Because the whole point was he was getting, like, bullied by everyone.
The first movie was so well done. It is kind of funny, though, because although the one guy dies, other than that guy, not a lot of people die. Like, no one.
All right, 1. Drum roll. Ambience.
Ow.
So I hate to tell you this, I actually forgot.
All right.
There you go. I've not watched any of those films.
You've seen The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
So just put that on there.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove is alright.
Well, the only film out of those 4 I've watched is Emperor's New Groove, so...
You disappoint me in so many ways.
Right, last question.
I don't doubt that.
To end this segment.
Yeah.
You ready? I'm going to lay it on you. Right, I have a really difficult question to ask you.
Is this the religious song?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really hard.
Alright.
It's going to be so hard to answer, alright?
Alright.
But if you refuse to answer it,
no answer.
Or if your answer is a cop-out, do you agree to eat a spoon of mayonnaise, salt, or butter and film it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Sweet. Right, cool. Basically, last time I didn't clarify what a cop-out was, and I regretted it, because is cop-out a word in America?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Anyway, for an answer to be a cop-out, there has to be no logic behind it at all. It has to be like a joke or something that was just answered for the sake of answering. There has to be logic behind your answer.
No, I will legitimately eat a spoonful of any of those, because none of them would bother me that much. I would prefer the butter or salt. Butter probably the most, to be honest.
Then you can have the mayonnaise.
The reason I don't like mayonnaise that much to begin with, so that's why I picked that one as the least likely, but I'll do it if you wished.
But you sound like you want to, so that ruins it. No one wants to eat a spoonful of salt. Anyway, okay, right, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
You've agreed to it, you're locked in.
Yeah, I have no problem.
Alright, hypothetical scenario.
Okay. Hang on, before you do I'm sorry. Before you ask this, can I be given a second to actually think, or is it going to be no answer right now?
No, you have as long as you want.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Like I said, I edit these quite heavily because I'm so awkward that I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Our confidence is just an illusion.
Cut that out, me. Me, Alex, and you, alright?
Yes.
We're on a
It's
luxury
not
cruise
grammatically
liner.
correct.
And he overtalked you. You're going to have to restart.
It would be
One of these
It'd be
days,
you,
your
Alex,
life is
and
going
I.
to end, and it's going to be at my hand.
Is that the question, or are you threatening me?
I'm threatening.
Oh, okay.
Alright, okay.
Go ahead, Jay. I'm actually interested.
We're all three of us are on a luxury cruise liner.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right, in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
We hit an iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
The boat goes down. Everyone dies, but us on a life raft.
How many people were there?
200 thou.
Oh, sucks to be them, doesn't it? Convenient. We got the single lifeboat that can hold 3 people.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, all that's aboard this lifeboat is us three and enough food for only 2 of us to get back to civilization. One of us has to die for the other 2 to make it.
I would.
Right? You have to know. This is in depth, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
God.
Me, I don't want to die. Neither does Alex. So once you make that decision, you have to kill horribly, just kill, either drown or stab, like one of us.
I already have the answer.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's scary.
Remember,
Put it right
there has to be logic behind it.
No, there is actual logic behind it. Let's say there was a gun on board, correct?
A flare gun.
Considering the fact the 2 of you are younger than me, I would actually leave the flare gun, and I would jump off the boat and just try and swim. The reason...
That sounds like that's a cop-out.
Let me explain. If the option is I have to die, which is likely...
It's freezing cold, you'll die.
Exactly.
Like in the Titanic.
Yeah, I know, I'm taking myself as the person who's dying.
No, don't cop out. You have to, one of us. You have to kill one of us. Which
Oh,
one?
so I can't kill myself.
No, you can't kill yourself. You have to kill one of us.
Why not?
I just
I don't
saved you
wanna
from
die,
that spoon
Jay.
of salt there.
Okay. If I have...
But keep in mind my really enduring personality and many survival talents.
I'm a black belt in Kung Fu.
He can defend himself.
No offense, Alex, but saying that is making me want to kill you more.
It's okay, it was a lie. So I don't do exercise.
Okay. Alex would die.
Oh, sweet.
And the reason being is, Alex, although I do like you as a person, I more closely connect with Jay.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, because he was trying to get hold of you all day today, and I was the only one that would talk to him. That's what made the question hard, because now you have to walk over to him on this small boat, look him in the eye as you kill him.
Actually, no, I would not say anything. Wait until he's asleep, and while he's asleep...
See, no, that's it. That's as much logic as I wanted.
I would
This is
latch
perfect.
onto him with a headlock, and I would just choke him out. He would be out in 7 seconds and be dead.
God.
Oh, that's humane then.
As truth be known, if you choke a person out, it's about as humane as you can get with it. Anything else would be painful.
I mean, if you want to choke me out, but so I go unconscious and not die, so I don't need to eat food when I'm sleeping, I'd also accept that. But
Yeah, but he said I had to kill.
I'm really happy with that answer though, because you,
What, 'cause
you
you're
thought about
alive?
that a lot. Yeah.
what would I have to do to convince you not to kill me and kill Jay instead?
That question is so awkward. I love it. That's such a good question to choose. I'm so proud of myself.
Christ.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, it's
Right, so basically what I know is that I'm never going on a cruise line with you two.
In my defense, I did state that I would kill myself in return,
True.
but that was not an acceptable answer. So, in reality,
No.
where this is an option, I would take my risk.
In a reality where you tried to jump off the boat and Jay just pulls you back in like, no, you can't.
Well, then, if
What I will say though is someone on this show is yet to have to eat the spoonful of mayonnaise, salt, or butter, and
it's really not that bad. The reason it doesn't bother me is when I was younger, I worked at a restaurant, and there was buttermilk in there, and I thought it was regular milk, so I drank it.
But
Yeah, and I just ended up with this entire cup of buttermilk, and I had to drink it. So
that's insane. I can't believe that.
sorry, Alex.
Spectrum FM.
So I'm going to go through both of you,
All right.
and I'm going to ask Alex,
me,
do you believe in God?
I'd I'd like to think there would be one, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't see much evidence to believe in one.
Okay, what about a Christian god then, specifically? Nah?
Not right now, no. But like I said, if there was like irrefutable proof that the Christian god did exist, I'd be like, yeah, go on then.
All right,
believe
cool.
in that.
Snow, what about you?
I stand on the fact that no, is more likely. I do believe that it's possible that there could be beings of a more advanced thing that could be like what we would classify as a god,
like aliens.
Alien, yeah. Well, if we would classify it as alien, just something that's capable of something beyond what we are.
Do you believe in aliens, UFOs, that kind of thing?
UFOs, no. Aliens, yes.
All right, cool. What about ghosts?
No.
Likely not.
All right, cool.
I believe in the weird, but I don't believe in that.
The weird. What about Bigfoot?
What would you classify? No.
Okay, so that's an important base for what I want to talk about, because nowadays that seems to be the general response. So I couldn't have this conversation with someone who was religious, basically. So the general response nowadays is a lot of people are atheist, basically, right?
In some form.
But what really interests me, in some form, sorry. What really interests me is how far you would go with that. Because you know that Simpsons episode where Bart sells his soul to Milhouse?
Yeah.
Would you do that? Are you so confident in like a Christian god not existing that you would do that?
Yes. However, I'm not greedy, so...
Would you? So you would sign a bit of paper saying my soul...
Let me make the... let's say someone would give me something that I absolutely wanted. I'd be like, yeah, here.
Really?
Even if...
So,
my reason being is, if there's a hell, I'm going to it.
I'd be like...
That's really bright and cheerful.
I'd be more like... I don't believe in a greater god like that, but I wouldn't want to piss him off just in case.
Yeah, so you would want to cover all your grounds.
Yeah.
So there's a scene in The Mummy where there's this guy and he's like a coward and he's about to die and he pulls out a bunch of necklaces and it's like every single religion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's kind of your philosophy,
safe,
right? That's the philosophy you live by.
You wouldn't want to... just to be safe,
So, Jay, seeing how we're on this... What I actually establish is, if it turns out that there is a, God or something like that, and let's say I have to stand before him and actually he's going to go over my stuff,
yeah,
I'm going to deck the motherfucker in the face.
Well, now you can't come back from that.
I mean... I don't care. Just... There's so many reasons to do it. One...
That's based...
He's an asshole. I'm just saying. If I'm good enough of a person that I state that, I don't care what religion you are, if you're a decent person, you should, be rewarded for such, then I don't see... Why the fuck can't he do it?
That's the Stephen Fry perspective. It's like, if God does exist, then he wouldn't be a very nice person.
It's also because that I just want everyone to see it. Yeah, I hit him. I may go to hell for this, but it was worth it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, because, that's a more extreme version of it. What I wanted to talk about was... how much faith would you put in to there not being a god that you would give your soul to someone else, but you would just straight up God, so that kind of invalidates the whole soul thing.
I'm sorry.
But that's what I want to say. That's what I wanted to say. Everyone,
even knowing, let's say I even knew for a fact that he existed. It's just that I just view him as an asshole.
Yeah. All right, but this. Everyone listening to this, right? All two of you.
Yeah.
There's at least
including
there's
us.
3.
So me and Snow are listening to it. Alex is skipping.
Yeah.
God's sake.
You listened to it twice and you still missed what I put in there. All right, whatever.
What was it then?
Don't worry.
Are you sure it was that obvious? Maybe it's just something that you
very obvious, but
that you noticed greatly. What is it then?
I'm not going to tell you now because we're talking about God.
Well, you can cut this bit out.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Right, everyone listening to this.
Tell me.
Statistically.
Tell me.
Would describe themselves as atheists. Basically, that's what I wanted to say. 3 of us have said that we don't 100% believe in anything like that. So what I want you to do is, if you're listening to this, is open up Paint, write my soul, to J whatever, sign it, and then email it to me. Cheers, thanks. And I'll see how many I get, and I want to see how many people are that certain that the Judeo-Christian God doesn't exist, that they would do that.
Ask it.
But yeah, anyway, something else is the same concept of you being certain, but with ghosts, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, how likely are you to sit in a dark room, pitch black at night, and say, like, and ask to be talked to or interacted with?
Okay, so here's the thing. If you're talking about sitting in a dark room, one, I already know it's a vulnerable position. I'm not that worried because I don't expect anyone else to be in there. But if I hear stuff, that means there's something else in there, and it's a threat. Whether it's a ghost or actually someone or a creature, that's something else to be discussed.
Because at the start of this, I just want to remind people that both of you said you don't believe in the concept of ghosts. So it's interesting that you would say that. What about you, Alex?
I would love to go on a ghost hunting show with Chris Bors.
No, what about... We all would want to do that, and it's not for the ghosts.
What,
so,
sit in a room and try to... What would I be contacting them with?
No, I just mean, like, you're sat in a pitch black room. You know you get that angsty feeling just being on your own in the dark.
Yeah.
The evolutionary response to being vulnerable. Would you be like, hello?
What?
Yeah.
You would. Right, okay, so that's cool. What about you, Snow?
Would I just sit in there and... Yeah, I have no issues with it. Dark doesn't bother me that much.
Sit in a dark room and say hello. I can
Alright,
do that.
both of you do that tonight, alright? So...
What, in my room?
No, when you're in bed and it's
Yeah.
dark and it's like at night, do it, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. I want to see if you hold up to that.
Do you want me to send you a video of me
Do you have
doing
a
it?
No,
specific
just
time you
tell
want
me.
me to do it? Because I...
Just do it when like everything's quieted down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll do it if you wish.
Anyway, have you ever heard of the Annabelle doll?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
All right, cool. You know the real life story.
No.
What about you, Alex?
No idea.
I wish I would have looked into this better, but all I know is like kind of the vague concept. Basically, there's these two, man and wife. They're like massive, famous paranormal investigators. Basically, they traveled all around the world, like doing famous stuff. Do you know their name, Snow?
No idea.
It's like Anne, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, they have in their house is turned into like a museum for like haunted objects. Basically, one of them is a doll, which is said to be like house a demon or something.
Alright.
Anyway, very recently, like I think a couple of months ago, this doll they had to change the case for some reason. I mean, for a while they've had like a live stream on the doll and everything. It's like really popular. The story behind this doll apparently is really gruesome. I'm not 100% sure on it. You said you saw the film.
Yeah, I kind of want to see this now because it sounds interesting.
What was the film about? Did anyone die in it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to guess very loosely. It might have happened. So it might have followed something like that. Anyway, the case had to be changed. They got a special case it cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It was specially designed. Every single material that was used in it was blessed by like a priest and whatever. All this garbage, you know.
Yeah.
And anyway, they live streamed the changing of the case very recently, like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And they basically, it was an entire ceremony to make sure that this doll didn't attack them or like they didn't upset something. That included everything from having a priest present to like asking permission to put their hands in certain positions and stuff. And the two people doing it were these huge, like 6'5", like hench sort of people. And it was just so funny watching them be so scared to touch this kind of like little doll.
Yeah.
And they were like being very careful. They were like, okay, I'm touching you without the intent to hurt you. I'm going to lift you and move you into this special case. And they were doing all these tiny little tedious kind of pointless things. And I was thinking, it got me thinking, right, because I know you're laughing at it right now, and so was I at the time, until I started thinking, would us, say we have access to that building, right, would you just open the case and kick the shit out of the doll? Would you? Are you secure enough in your belief that ghosts and demons don't exist that you would do that?
I believe... Here, let me mark this down. Like, is this like they gave me permission to do this?
Yeah, it's completely legal. Say for example you inherit or something.
Oh yeah, I'll
like,
absolutely annihilate the thing, because I've come to because here's my thing. Let's state that, like I said, I don't believe in the ordeal of ghosts because like I've spirituality of like the individual and stuff. That doesn't mean there couldn't be a creature that's invisible or something like that. It is possible that could actually like evolve. At the end of the day, it's still a creature, and quoting Predator, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And I will guarantee that, considering the fact that I probably weigh 8-10 times more than this doll, I can overpower it enough to kill it.
Yeah, so you do it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what about you, Alex?
Yeah, go on then.
Would you really?
Yeah, why not?
This is opening up like a whole lot more questions for me now, because I'm considering whether you actually would, or whether you would bail at the last minute.
Would you keep it in a room with you as you try to sleep?
Wait, what?
Would you sleep in a room? It's just a room with a bed, and at the end of the bed is just the doll staring at you. Would you sleep?
No, it's potentially a threat.
No. Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. I think that would be the same kind of scenario. I think I would bail at the last minute.
I think with the stuff like that, I just don't like creepy things.
Yeah.
See, mine's
the idea of... Yeah.
Mine's just that I wouldn't do it for the simple reason of, if this thing's already associated with so many bad things, it is very possible the thing could actually be sentient, not by spiritual means, but maybe by some other means, and it is a threat. And I'm not willing to close my eyes near a threat.
Alright, that's cool, because I've been thinking about that for a while, and I just wanted to know. I wanted some perspective on it, and I thought it would be cool to record.
Spectrum FM.
So tell me, your opinion. What do you think? What is your favorite instrument that should be used in games?
The timpani.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat that. The timperly?
The timpani.
Timpani. I actually don't know what that is. I'm going to look that up now.
It's basically like a set of orchestra drums which like have different pitches. So instead of being played like a drum kit, they sort of play notes.
Yeah, they're more like a
the dum dum dum. You know the song in Star Wars, the Droid Invasion.
Yes.
Where it's like dum 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 dum. It's that sound.
Okay.
You know that one, don't you?
Yes, I do know.
Everyone knows that one. It's a classic. What about you?
I am going to 100% stand beside that. We need more xylophone or marimba.
More xylophone.
Or marimba, as you see. I think that we don't use enough. Like, I love winter music, and they're like absolutely perfect at those high notes.
The xylophone is perfect for winter music.
Yes, but that type of instrument, the ones that can play like those types of notes, they're
the ding-dings.
Yeah, they're just so perfect for creating like an underlining like beat to the song.
Also for winter levels, an essential is the jingle bells, the ch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the actual bells. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you make any song, just the winter variant.
Or if you want jungle, then go with the bongos.
Wasn't the xylophone used for what's it called? The beach level from Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh, that's the steel drum.
Yeah.
Oh, it was steel drum. Yep, sorry, my mistake.
I'm trying
the kind of Caribbean.
When they remade Super Mario Bros. For the Super Nintendo, they used the steel drums for it, so it all felt oddly Jamaican.
Yeah.
That's actually really awesome. Yeah.
The steel drum is like I have like this 8-bit sound font, and one of the instruments is a steel drum. It's weird, like it's like the NES sound chip can do some instruments, but only specific ones. Like like really random, like the steel drum, it can do really well. It just comes across really well as the kind of like 8-bit sound. The problem with chiptune music though is people confuse chiptune and 8-bit music.
Oh, that bugs me.
Yeah, it bugs me as well, because people don't understand how simplistic actual 8-bit music sounds.
Like you'll look up 8-bit remix of a song and it's just using too many channels.
Yeah, and it's got like reverb and it's compressed as well, and it has all these fancy effects on it.
The only properly 8-bit remixes are either ones who pay special attention to it, or just straight up made.
Or if you want
like Family Tracker.
Well, technically it'd be. I don't know if that's 32 or 16-bit. You could always do Mario Paint.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cheat sheet. Another one is for desert levels. There's always like a flute.
Oh yeah, the wooden flute specifically.
Yeah.
Which I don't really understand, because when I think of Egypt, I don't think of a flute for some reason. I think of like
snake charmer. No, it's snake.
You know, like
snake charmers. That's exactly why they do it.
Is a snake charmers from Egypt? I thought that was an Indian thing.
I thought they were close to each other.
Maybe it's just like a musical sort of like misconception.
It's very possible.
Another thing for desert levels is it should be like it needs a guitar as well.
Yeah.
Like just a normal acoustic guitar, like a Gerudo Valley.
Ah, Gerudo Valley sounds Spanish.
Yeah, it does.
Flamenco.
It does.
What I'm trying to think.
That song, it blew my mind when I first heard it. I thought an ad was playing in the background. It was so good.
I'm trying to figure out what water levels is. Like do you remember Super Mario 64? The underwater.
Oh.
The one it's that hidden like picture frame. You go into it and then you're just underwater for the entire.
When I think of underwater levels, the one I've played at least, I don't want to sound pretentious here, because my least favorite thing in the world are people who talk about music and are too pretentious. But do you know what an arpeggio is?
No.
Okay. How will I describe? Okay, so like a collection of free notes that all descend. So it would be like da 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 da.
Oh, yes. Okay,
that's used a lot in every water level I've played. I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize. Like, I don't know, water dripping or something. It goes down. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I can hear that.
I'm doing the Super Mario 64's underwater
bum,
thing.
bum,
It goes
bum,
down.
Bum, bum.
All right, should we close this? Say goodbye, Alex.
Goodbye, Alex.
No, say thank you for coming.
Alright, yeah. Thank you, Snow, for joining us on the Spectrum. We hope we haven't scarred you or left you with debilitating anxiety that will affect you for the rest of your life.
No, I really actually enjoy it. Anytime you need me, just let me know.
All right, cool. Because we're not exactly drowning in potential guests, so I imagine the possibility of reusing someone is actually going to have to be
always happy to jump in here.
Just you wait till the Spectrum TV reboot.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we're playing Fistful of Frags.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. You guys, if we end up playing that, we should actually probably just do this for that then.
And Alex is actually going to do some work and edit that.
Yeah, like I said, if we ever want to do Spectrum TV, I'm more than okay. Yeah.
If you need any help with effects or anything, I'm more than happy to create an opener for you.
Sweet.
Ooh. Right. Join us next time. Who will be the guest next time, Jay?